This is my video for the Phoenix 2-Gun Action Challenge match held September 25th, 2021. I'm using one of my retro build KP15s that I will be using at the Red October match in Free World Irons Division next weekend. It has an M&A Parts lightweight 16-inch barrel with a steel slip-over flash hider that I found on Gunbroker, giving it the appearance of an XM177 without sacrificing muzzle velocity. The upper is an A1/C7 from Luth AR. This has an A1 rear sight assembly that I prefer on iron sight guns, but it does have a brass deflector that I need as a left-handed shooter. The entire rifle has been Cerakoted in Tiger Stripe pattern by Pro2 Customs, the artists formerly known as We Plead the Second. There are 4 BCC zone targets at 200 yards. They must be hit once each from 4 different positions. I'm using coupled aluminum 30-round magazines. I have the magazines resting on the concrete lip at the front of the shooting area there. I am shooting at an upward angle, so the higher I can get my rifle for support, the better. On these props, I'm pulling my handguard down into the post, and I'm leaning my weight into it to stabilize the prop itself. I saw a lot of people choose to go prone from these positions, but unless you're using a bipod, I think that's a waste of time. Make use of the prop the best you can so it's faster to get in and out of position. Shooters also need to think about what order to engage these positions in based on their handedness. I chose to go right first so that most of my movement would be right to left, naturally keeping the muzzle down range, and there was only one section of movement where I had to hold the rifle away from my body. Getting stable enough, fast enough to make adequate hits is always the balancing act on these intermediate range rifle stages. Sometimes I have to test where that balance is depending on the gas system and recoil of the rifle I'm using and the particular sighting system. With this rifle, I have to let the gun stabilize a bit more between shots. There's only 20 of us at this match, and I'm the only iron sight shooter, so I'm just going to talk about overall results. I am second overall out of 20 shooters on this stage. If you watch my videos regularly, I'm sure this stage is becoming pretty routine. This time we have an unlimited amount of shots for each plate we knock down, but they are surrounded by no-shoots. I haven't shot my iron sight pistol in a while, so I am missing low on the first couple engagements, but missing low into the bar is okay because the rounds deflect into the ground and I don't tag any of the no-shoots. When you get into position, exhale, prep the trigger, squeeze the trigger, send the shot. I say it all the time, but knowing your own limitations is very important, particularly on stages like this where a miss into the no-shoots adds plus 15 seconds per hit. I am moving as fast as I reasonably can to still get reliable hits when I am in position. Moving faster and trembling or having an unstable sight picture when you get there is a net negative because it's going to cost you more time and potential penalties. When you see the scores from this stage, you'll see that I'm about 20 seconds behind first place. Over 6 iterations back and forth, that means they were about 3 seconds faster than me per iteration, or about 1.5 seconds faster from plate rack to plate rack. On a stage like this, where it's one repetitive thing over and over again, those seconds add up and you end up with that much of a difference. I am 11th out of 20 shooters on this stage. The shooter begins with 6 rounds only in the rifle. They must get 2 hits on each of the shoot paper targets. That center headshot was particularly challenging with iron sights, but with a 50-yard zero, shooting at 30 yards, I just put the tip of the front sight on the top of the head, and you'll see where my shots ended up later. As a reminder, once the rifle is cleared, it is treated as a stick, and the 180 does not apply. From each of these 2 boxes, the shooter has to neutralize a Texas Star. After I engage this star, I do a reload with retention. Dropped partial magazines incur a penalty at this match, and I want a full 21-round magazine as I go to engage the spinner. Two -1s, 1 -1, 0. I'm first overall on this stage. In the end, I am first overall out of 20 shooters. Thank you for watching. Come back again for more match and multi-gun competition content.